Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors you can see in and around my large nut. If you are going to do a bit of business, then please keep it in the Millwall family and check out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. Now, this is your pre-match prediction for this Saturday's home game against Sheffield Wednesday at the Den. As you can see, I'm not at home with fire engines and police cars going past for fun in the background. I'm in the wonderful surroundings of the Cotswolds, but hopefully there'll be a fire engine out there Saturday because someone needs to attempt to put out Neil Harris and his side. We started the season on absolute fire. 3 games, 2 wins, 1 draw without loss, and of course Sheffield Wednesday come to town with a similar sort of record, and someone's O has got to go, and I'm telling you now, it's going to be Sheffield Wednesdays. Let's start out by taking a look at the 11 that the gaffer's going to pick to start the match. So ahead of Saturday's game, Neil Harris has a real selection headache, and that's absolutely nothing to do with injuries or suspensions. It's because the whole fucking squad's playing so well, and that feels good to say. Feels very good to say. Tuesday's game at West Bromwich Albion was a brilliant performance from our supposedly second string. 8 changes were made from the team that won at West Brom last Saturday, and 4 or 5 of those players have got to be in serious contention. Serious contention. Jason Malumbi and Jason McCarthy, on first impressions, look like fantastic signings, very good, better than what we got in the positions that they play in, so draw from that conclusions what you will. And also Tom Bradshaw, phenomenal, Sean Hutchinson, phenomenal, Yuri Skalak's got to be pushing for a place, so it's going to be difficult. I'm going to tell you the team that I'd go with. I'll tell you the team that I'd go with, and we'll go from there. In an ideal world, this is the team that I would start with on Saturday. Bartosz Bulkowski in goal, Jason McCarthy right back, Murray Wallace left back, Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper centre halves, Jason Malumbi with Ben Thompson centre midfield, Connor Mahoney left midfield, Jed Wallace right midfield, and up front Matt Smith and Tom Bradshaw. I think that's the best we got to go with at the minute, and that's being a bit harsh on a few players, but there's only 11 shirts up for grabs. They can't all play. As I said, McCarthy, different class the other night. Malumbi, different class the other night. Bear in mind, they're just bedding into the team, and I don't think they're both completely match fit. Jason McCarthy did very well to get through a full 90, and he was as good coming forward as he was going back. Malumbi looks like, unfortunately, won't be a long-term replacement for Sean Williams. That's what I was going to say, because he's only on loan. Malumbi's going to play in the Premier League. Trust me. I've seen him twice, and I can tell you that already. He is brilliant. He's got everything. He's one of them midfielders where, sometimes you want to put a midfielder in a bracket. Ben Thompson's an attacking midfielder. Sean Williams is a ball player. Malumbi's got it all. He's getting the ball from right, shipping it left, and vice versa, but he's doing it quickly, which is what we don't often do. He's moving the ball quick, he's tenacious in the tackle, he gets forward, and he's not afraid to try those killer passes, obviously that Sean Williams sometimes does as well. He's fit, he's sharp, he's pacey, he's got everything. He's absolutely got everything, Jason Malumbi. Unfortunately, as we know, he's only on loan, and he signed a long-term contract at Brighton, and he'll play in the Premier League without doubt. I'll put money on that. So they're the two that I bring in on Saturday. It's a bit harsh on other players, as I've said. It's also harsh on Aidan O'Brien. He played well against Preston on the opening day, played well the other night, scored a goal, nearly scored an absolute worldie as well in the first half, but for a fantastic save. Matt Smith didn't play the other night. He's got to come back in on his performance alone from West Brom. Him and Bradshaw up front will be very interested to see. And if we can get that 4-4-2 right, which I feel we can with those two, I tip Bradshaw and all. We've got some serious goals in us. Bradshaw looks like a very decent replacement of Gregory, and I'm telling you now, he's quicker than Gregory. He's slightly smaller than Gregory, and I'm not going to go all out and say he's going to be better long term than Gregory, but I think we might get more goals out of him this year than we did Gregory last. So things are fantastically looking up. One other player I want to mention there, and it is very harsh on him, is Yuri Skalak, and I sort of contradicted myself by saying, I've not been over complimentary of Jed lately, let's put it that way. But Yuri Skalak started the other night, played well. Deliveries are brilliant. Deliveries are so much better than Jed's. Sorry, Jed, but they are. He sets up 2 goals again the other night, Skalak, as well. We need those deliveries into the box, especially with Cooper up from the back, especially now with Matt Smith sniffing around it. We need brilliant deliveries into the box. And if Mahoney has a quiet one, you've got Skalak there to whip them brilliant deliveries in. But I've got to say it as uncomplimentary as I've been to Jed, as I've said, even if he's not on absolute fire, a 7 out of 10 Jed Wallace is still a lot better than 8, 9 out of 10 for other players. And the thing with Jed, if you look at our games, the 2 league games we've played, Jed Wallace has scored the winner in the first, and he's set up the equaliser in the second. So he does still pull out them moments of magic which can turn a game. So for that reason, I'll be tempted to maybe just play Jed in front of Skalak. Another option obviously would be, I saw this on Twitter, I'm not sure who it was, but fair play to whoever it was who picked this team. Pretty much the exact team I just picked, but instead of that, put Skalak right, put one up front and put Jed central just behind Tom Bradshaw. But I've slagged off the big man Matt Smith, but he's got to start after the way he played Saturday at West Brom. He's got to start. But as I said, listen, it's a lovely headache to have, and it will be a packed den. I can't wait for it. Let's move on to the opposition. The opposition, of course, is Sheffield Wednesday. Played 2, 1-2 this season. As I've said, they are also unbeaten, winning 3-1 on the opening day at Reading, and last time out winning 2-0 at home to Barnsley at Hillsborough. They were supposed to play in the Carabao Cup in the week, but they were supposed to be playing Bury, and Bury obviously are close to going out of business, so they didn't have to play that fixture. I don't think it makes any fucking reference or difference at all, but I just thought I'd mention it to you. So obviously the bigger news coming out of Hillsborough at the minute isn't the fact they didn't play Bury on Tuesday. It's obviously the managerial merry-go-round that's been going on there. They had Steve Bruce come in back in the last season. I think they went sort of 8 games unbeaten, few clean sheets, and was pushing for the playoffs. But Big Steve's fucked off to his hometown club of Newcastle in the summer and left them without a manager. But under Lee Bullen, as I said, they've had a good start. Played 2, 1-2, 3-1 winners on the opening day away at Reading, 2-0 winners last time out against Barnsley, and they're doing all right. But I think they will be looking to replace Bullen in the long term. They've had a little bit of a shitter with managers of recent years, haven't they? Obviously, they had Bruce. Before Bruce, they had the little Mexican-looking dude who was actually Dutch. Can't remember his name. Before that, they had Carlos Carvajal, and they're a bit of a strange club, Sheffield Wednesday. When I say strange, I don't mean strange. I mean big, but a sleeping giant. But been asleep so long that they're no longer a big club. Great fans, great ground. Back in the day, as I said a few times before, the FA Cup semi-finals used to be played at Hillsborough. I love Hillsborough. It's a great ground, and it'll be good to go there on a Saturday for once this season, as I'm sure the Sheffield Wednesday fans will appreciate coming to the den and the atmosphere this Saturday. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very lively game. But as I said, someone's always got to go. And I've sort of already given it away, but it's prediction time. So this is your pre-match prediction, and here we go. Simple as this. We're going to beat them on Saturday. We're going to beat them by 2-0, and Matt Smith and Tom Bradshaw are going to score the goals. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'm high off the fresh air of the Cotswolds, but I'm telling you now, we're going to win this game, and Neil Bomber Harris, Super Neil Harris, will be ringing around the den Saturday come 4:45. So that's your lot for this pre-match prediction. Am I dreaming, or are we going to continue this brilliant start to the season? I called it right last week, by the way, 1-1 at West Brom, and I'm 1-0 up on a couple of the boys at Lions TV. Be sure to check out their fan score predictions. I'll probably put it out just after this video, and if you think you know what the score is going to be, do not be shy to put it in the comments below. All that's left for me to say is I will be training it back first thing Saturday morning to make it to a sold out den. My nipples are hard already thinking about it. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.